Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2025 Sky Awards. I'm your host, Guy Russell, and I hope you enjoy this. We are having two categories. We have movies and music. I was going to do pop culture and TV, but TV, I just wanted to talk about heated rivalry, which I will do. And then pop culture will be its own thing. Okay, little mission statement. And we're going to start with music. Here are all the albums I listened to this year. I'm not going to go through all of them. Okay, we're going to start with honorable mentions. Every honorable mention, I will list like 3 songs. So, first honorable mention is Lily Allen's West End Girl. I really enjoyed this. It was kind of funny though, listening in the time of Stranger Things, since David Harbour is in fact Jim Hopper. That's a little funny, thinking about every song being about Hopper, but I really enjoyed it. I listened to it while I was shopping at Target, and it felt really nice. 3 songs I would recommend are Tennis, Madeline, and Dallas Major. Second one, this is a mixtape that Lucas sent in that I listened to that I really enjoyed, called Unmusic. Very hyper pop, very just like, it reminded me a lot of Scaring the Hose from JPEG Mafia and Danny Brown. So if you enjoy that, you'll probably enjoy this as well. The songs I liked are 2010 Justin Bieber, Smackdown, and Cat's Eye. Some more honorable mentions. We have Live Laugh Love by Earl Sweatshirt. Really enjoyed this. I really felt like neither here nor there about it. But the songs that I really liked were Infatuation, Static, and Tour My Line. And then Sons of Spurgey by Daniel Caesar. It's not my favorite Daniel Caesar project. A lot of it does kind of blend together, but it's still like Daniel Caesar's best. I mean, Daniel Caesar's like mid is still better than some others like best. So songs that I really liked were Have a Baby with Me, and then Root of All Evil, and Moon with Bon Iver. Next, we have Black Star by Amari, I think is how her name is pronounced. I really enjoyed it. It really felt like the residue of the cocaine use in Brat transferred over into this album, and I really thoroughly enjoyed that. So songs I'd really recommend are 100 Drum, Stuck Up, and Miss 60, which has Naomi Campbell in it, which is kind of crazy. Then we have Virgin by Lorde, naturally. I ended up liking it more on a listen again. I didn't like it the first listen. Or I didn't dislike it. I didn't like it as much as I do now. It definitely grew with me. And the songs I really love are Clear Blue, which is my favorite off the album, Hammer, and David. Next, we have Debí Tirarnos Fotos by Bad Bunny, which I really enjoyed. It was a fun time. I love Nueve Yol, and then we have that one, and then we have Debí Tirarnos Fotos. Dilly, please don't kill me with that pronunciation. I'm so sorry. I took French. Next is Balloonerism by Mac Miller. It's not my favorite posthumous album. My favorite is obviously Circles. I don't know why I said obviously. I never said it that. But Circles is my favorite posthumous album. And Balloonerism was just a nice, like, fun, like, vibey time, I feel like. You can definitely tell that Thundercat helped produce this one a lot. So if you like Thundercat, you'll probably really like Balloonerism. Okay. We have Sable Fable by Bon Iver. I really enjoyed this one, but my favorite Bon Iver project is For Emma Forever Ago. So anything in that vibe I would love, but like I just didn't really click with this one, but it was still really good. I loved Award Seasons, Everything is Peaceful Love, and There's a Rhythm. Then we have Hers by Matt Maltese. And I am one of the like top 5 Matt Maltese fans ever. So much lore with him. I love Matt Maltese. So I don't expect this to be a mainstream one that people know, but I really enjoyed. The songs I'd recommend are Anytime, Anyplace, Anyhow, Pine for You My Whole Life, and Tangled. I can't read backwards. And then the last honorable mention is Lux by Rosalia. Again, this album low-key felt like a movie. Like, it felt like a movie soundtrack almost, which was kind of like really crazy. I feel like I was hearing a movie, if that made sense. It's really grand. Again, I'm a big Motomami fan, so like that was more my like speed, but this was still like a big feat and I enjoyed it. My favorites were Sexo Valencia Lantas, and then I'm just not gonna say them anymore. But this one has Bjork in it, which was fire. Like, hearing Bjork on a Rosalia song was not something that I expected, but it was really great. And then that one. Okay. In 10th place, we're doing our 10th overall, so here we go. 10th place is Mayhem by Lady Gaga. I feel like this is one of Lady Gaga's best. She is back in her recession pop era. Like, it was so, like, fame monster core. Like, it felt like we were so back. And that also really helped with her Coachella performance, which was so much fun. And I really enjoyed it. And the songs that I would recommend are Abracadabra, which I hated at first because I had to hear it all the time, especially with everyone being like, I was in the Abracadabra video. I was in the Abracadabra. Like, okay, we get it, girl. You were in the Abracadabra video. But the song is really fire now that I've taken a step back. Vanish Into You is my favorite off the album. I love that song. We have Killa, which grew on me. I really love now. Zombie Boy, which is a close runner-up for favorite. It's so fun and fresh. And then we have Shadow of a Man, which I really enjoy, and I think her vocals sound very good on that song. 9th place, we have Forever is a Feeling by Lucy Dacus. I really enjoyed this one. Is it my favorite album of hers? No, but it's still really good, and I think it also helped with like the whole like reveal of Julian Baker being her girlfriend, which is like no shit Sherlock, but like still enjoyed. My favorites off the album are Ankles, Limerence, which is right now my current favorite, but it changes depending on the day. And then we have For Keeps, Most Wanted Man, which was my previous favorite, but I still love that song. And then we have Lost Time. So very beautiful Lucy Dacus music as always. We have in 8th place, Alfredo 2. I enjoyed this one so much. This is definitely better than Alfredo 1, I guess. The Alchemist and Freddie Gibbs are too good. I really enjoyed this a lot, and I loved all the food pun titles, which one of them is my favorite song off the album. We have Lemon Pepper Steppers, which I love so much. Ensalada, which is my favorite off that album, with Anderson .Paak in it, which the wordplay they use with ensalada and then it's a lotta in the song is actually really fire, and would recommend. Then we have Feeling with Larry June that I really enjoyed. Gold Feet with JID, which is really good. And then the closer, A Thousand Mountains, which was really nice. So Alfredo was a very nice time. In 7th place, we have Malcolm Todd. I've grown very fond of him. I was kind of late to the Malcolm Todd train, I won't lie. I hated the Chest Pain I Love song on TikTok, and then now listening to the full song, I'm like, wow, it's actually kind of really good. So yeah, White Steve Lacy, I've grown very fond of you. I would listen to every song off of this album. The only reason it's not higher is that like maybe it could be a little shorter, but like the instruments in this like album are so good. Like I would love to like watch NPR Tiny Desk with Malcolm Todd. Like I'm so like hyped for it, especially to this album. This album is going to sound so good live. And my favorites are Make Me a Better Man, which he sounds amazing on. I love the drums in this song. We have Bleed with Amaro Paulo, which I love. Walk to Class, which is just a fun time. We have Concrete and Attention, which is my favorite right now. So yeah. In 6th place, we have Don't Tap the Glass. Now, you might be thinking, Sky, aren't you a huge Tyler fan? And I am. Don't get me wrong. But also, keep it in consideration that Don't Tap the Glass has, like, less songs than all the other albums on this list. So that also has, like, I don't know if that'd be a higher or lower batting average. I don't know sports analogies, so I'm not going to try. But Don't Tap the Glass is still very good. Again, it just felt like a fun time. If, like, Chromacopia was therapy, this was, like, snorting cocaine after therapy, basically. Like therapy happened, but then now we're so up. So that's basically what this album felt like. And it was just a fun time, and I loved the visuals that came with the album. My favorite are Big Pub with Pharrell Williams, because I love Pharrell Williams. Wink wink nudge nudge to a future nomination in this list. Big Pub, and then we have Sucker Free, which I think more people need to talk about. Is actually really good, and I think because it's like after Sugar on My Tongue, it gets like kind of forgotten about, but Sucker Free is really good. And then we have Ring Ring Ring, which is my active favorite right now. I love that song. We have Don't You Worry Baby, which was my favorite song like earlier after first listening, and then I'll Take Care of You, of course. In fifth place in our top five, starting our top five, is Fancy That by PinkPantheress. Now, take what I said about Don't Tap the Glass and then imagine it with 100% bangers. That's Fancy That by PinkPantheress. I loved PinkPantheress, don't get me wrong, but I like this was like my first time really like listening to her like all the way through. It was so worth it. I like PinkPantheress. I did not know your game, and I feel like ever since Fancy That, she's been on like a roll, even with her features, wink wink nudge nudge. And the whole thing was just such a fun time. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Of course, my favorites are Illegal, because duh. And then we have Tonight, which I think is underrated. That was my first favorite. After, like, right after the listen, Tonight was my favorite. And then we have Stars, which is really fun. Noises, which samples fucking Nardo Wick. Like, a pop song that samples Nardo Wick is not something I knew that I needed. And I love it severely. So, Noises, we see you. And then, of course, Stateside, which has been really popular with the Zara Larsson, whatever her last name is, remix, which I do enjoy. But Stateside, the original, nothing will beat that, and that's my current favorite right now. I love Stateside. In fourth place, we have Let God Sort 'Em Out, which is my Pharrell, like wink wink nudge nudge, because Pharrell produced this album and you can hear it's all over this album and I love it. I definitely am not the biggest Pusha T or Malice listener. I would only really listen to like their features and whatnot, but this album from Clips I really enjoyed like all the way through. Some favorites I have are So Be It, really enjoyed. MTBTTF, which I forgot what it stands for, but I love how it starts with like no beat at first and just I think Pusha like just rapping. It's so cold. And then my favorite off the album is EBITDA. Like, so I love the beat on that song. It's so good. And you can like really feel like Pharrell's presence in that one. I also love Inglourious Bastards. Love that song. And then the closer, By the Grace of God, was just such a good closer. And like when it happened, I was like, wow, I can't believe like the album's already over. Like it felt like time just flew. So really good album. And I'm excited for more Clips albums in the future. In third place, drumroll please, we have Esexual Afterglow. I forking loved this album. Like, this was just fun time after fun time. And this is another instance of some other cocaine left over from the Brat Party. And, you know, Black Star snorted some of it. And then Afterglow snorted the rest of it. And the rest of the cocaine snorted was in this beautiful album. FKA Twigs has never sounded better, in my opinion. I really loved everything she did with this album. And some of my favorite songs are Love Crimes, the opener, so good. Cheap Hotel, duh. And then we have Touch a Girl, which I actually really like vibed with. It was so good. Sushi, which is my favorite off the album because it's sushi. Like, it's so good. And it's a pretty long song if you think about it, but it doesn't even feel long because it's so good. And then we have Stereo Boy, which is a really fun closer I really loved. And if you see me post like improv or routine in that song, pay no mind because it's just a really good song. In second place, we have Getting Killed by Geese, which again, funny title to say out loud. But this album is so good. I've been a big Cameron Winters fan for a while, like the past year or so, I would say. And then I would listen to 3D Country every now and again, but Getting Killed is such a good album, like from beginning to end. Like when I listened, it was just like I wasn't even really checking what songs were happening because it all just flowed seamlessly and they were all so good. So the best Geese record in my opinion. Love 3D Country though. And my favorites are Cobra, which is my favorite on the album, and then we have Half Real, we have Opes Do Cocaine, which second favorite, Taxes, which is such a good single. I'm so glad they led with that. And then Long Island City, Here I Come, which is a great closer. And overall, this is just really good Geese. And I don't think Geese is also it's something where like you either know them or you don't. There's not really an in-between of like, oh, I've heard of them. And I think you should give them a try if you haven't listened to them. They're very like white boys doing rock, and I think that's good. But I think white boys need to go back to rock. So you would enjoy that. And in first place, what could it be? we have The Art of Loving by Olivia Dean, which is just a perfect album from beginning to end. Olivia Dean, I was unfamiliar with her game. I didn't really listen to her before this, but after hearing The Art of Loving, it's just so beautiful and really just what is like needed. It's like kind of, she reminds me a lot of Amy Winehouse in a way. Maybe they're just because they're both British ladies. I don't know, but I love Amy Winehouse, so I love this Olivia Dean record. I played this album for my dad, and he was like, "Oh yeah, she reminds me a lot of like Sade and Snow Allegra," and I was like, "Ooh, you're so right. You cooked with that." And I think that's also a comparison. She's like the new R&B is a way to put it, and if that's the new trend for R&B, I think we're in good hands. The songs I really loved are The Art of Loving intro, which again, such an amazing intro. So Easy to Fall in Love, too good. We have Let Alone the One You Love, too good. A Couple Minutes, which is my favorite, especially the Colors Show version. A Couple Minutes is my favorite off the album. It's just too good. And then we have The Closer, I've Seen It. But this is just such an amazing album from like beginning to end. I listened to this album the most on repeat, like out of all the albums on this list. And I really enjoyed it. And I think she's an amazing like newcomer. She might just be new to me, but still, like, I really appreciate her stuff. So that's the list. Just one more time, all the albums that I listened to this year. I really enjoyed all of them. I will say, like, it's hard coming from 2024, which was such an amazing year for music. But I think that these did a pretty good job of, like, following up. And there's some other albums that I wanted to get to or whatever, but I just didn't. So, sorry about that. I did listen to music by Playboi Carti, but I just couldn't begin to like even try to dissect that, and I don't know why I didn't add that, but I did listen to music by Playboi Carti. But yeah, that is the music portion of the Sky Awards. Stay tuned for movies.